guys, welcome back to
Lifestyle
of the
Plebe
Plebe and Nameless. I'm Joan.
And I'm Coco. And this is Bunny.
We're so happy to find out that the show has not been canceled, and we got to watch episodes 3, 4, and 5, apparently.
Yeah, that kind of threw a wrench into our schedule, but hey, it's a good thing, right?
I know, I woke up this morning and I was like, whoa, episode 5 is out?
But I think we're still going to break up the 3 episodes into 2 videos so they don't get too long.
Let's go ahead and get started with episode 3. Where we left off at episode 2 was whenever the headmistress, the head girl, and the old man, they were coming into the room on the 4th floor trying to find if there was a spy in there. And oh my god, I didn't realize how dangerous it was, but they were hiding on the edge of the building, Youngro and Suho.
Why do we keep seeing Yoonro on the edge of a building? Why does that keep happening to her?
And she almost fell, so he was hanging on to her. I was like, you still have a bullet, and where do you find all this strength?
Unless it went through him, like some people are saying. But he is wounded either way. How is he just holding her up?
Thankfully, they didn't find him. But she did take the keys, and she locked the door.
Yeah, so then Yoonro gets stuck in there. She puts the key to the rooftop room in this key locker, but then there's a hidden compartment in the key locker and there's a key in there. But what is that key for? Where does that key go to? Yoonro and Suho make it back into the room through the window. Suho sees that Yoonro is terrified and he goes and comforts her.
He does.
That was so sweet. And she was shaking and he brings her tea and he's like, are you okay?
He's like, this is normal. Don't worry.
This is normal for me. I go through this every day. She asks him, who are you? Are you Superman or something?
Because what he did was very...
That was Superman-like.
That was very Superman-like.
That was just brute strength.
I'm impressed. Then
we also see her crouching down by herself. He was sitting down and he's like, you can come sit here by me. And she's like, no. So then you see him start folding a paper airplane and that piques her interest. She's like, oh, what is he doing?
Oh,
I like paper airplanes. The protest girl realizes that Yoonro is not in her bed.
Yeah, she's like, oh no, where is she?
She's such a good friend.
Yeah, and then did you see Singer Girl? She's dreaming. She's like, oh no, it's not my fault.
It's your fault. Kick her out.
She's like, I told them to call the cops.
Can you imagine trying to sleep in a room with someone who's a sleep talker?
She goes and finds the old man. Yeah. And the old man obviously knows that she's still up there, so they both go up there. Mm-hmm. He picks the locks.
He can really do everything. They were able to get into the room to get Yoonro out of there, and Suho drops the bomb that he wants to leave tonight.
Apparently that wasn't so successful. They had an encounter whenever they were trying to leave.
They see a sleepwalking girl.
It's the head girl.
She freaked me out. I thought that was a ghost.
I know. Why?
Because she's dressed in white.
She scared the old man who was there too, because he thought he saw a ghost. I feel like the old guy has something to do with the previous headmistress.
Oh, okay.
Because, why would she be sleepwalking, and why would she be wearing a white pair of pajamas that looks like how the old headmistress had died?
That's what the girl wears.
Nothing's just there. Everything's there for a reason.
The mechanic guy brings them out through the basement to the exit, and we see the KCIA agents. They're hanging out back there. How do they know that that's an exit?
I think they were just trying to surround the whole building.
So Suho can't leave. They go back and have to figure out another plan.
Initially, Youngro was like, no, you're not healed yet. You cannot leave tonight.
Yeah, she was protesting him leaving.
Yeah, I would be protesting him leaving too. But she did suggest that, we have an open house coming up soon, and that's whenever the university will be open to all the visitors, so that would be the best time to sneak out. The girls of the university, they have a meeting on how they're going to plan the open house. And they get into a big argument because head girl, she's like, no, we gotta do it this way. We gotta make sure that, it's basically gonna be the same as it is the previous years.
She toes the line.
The singer girl's like, no. This is our open house. This is our homecoming. We want to have some fun. They have an argument and then they break out dancing. This is the part where we also find out that one of Youngro's roommates, the very timid, shy girl, she's actually rich.
Yeah, so Shy Girl, her daddy got money.
Her daddy's giving away the prizes.
A computer. Youngro goes up to the rooftop. She sneaks out during the meeting while the girls were fighting to go over the plan with Suho. She has the open house map all drawn, like each floor, what's gonna be happening. But why did they put him back up in the rooftop room? Like, the headmistress is already suspecting something there. She could just drop in anytime. She got the keys.
That's true, but there's nowhere else he can go anymore.
I just didn't think that was a good idea to put him back there. I was worried the headmistress would just pop in and be like, oh, there you are.
But I think that the most dangerous spot is also the safest spot. Because it's like she went there and she's like, okay, there's nobody there. And she has the keys.
Then we go back to a scene with Black Tiger. He talks to his superior, Chief An, and Black Tiger mentions that they have made innocent people spies before. So, if this guy is a real spy, like, why can't we catch him? Is that what JTBC wanted us to hear? That this was kind of a redemption quote? They're admitting that the KCIA was corrupt?
You can talk about this part and I'll just fill in whatever I feel.
So apparently Joan skipped some parts.
I didn't. I just wasn't paying attention. I only watched this for Suho part. The parts without him in it, I'm just like, okay.
Skip. Okay, but I watched all of it. Singer Girl and her other two roommates, Protester Girl and Shy Girl, they come marching down the stairs on a mission. They are mad.
Yeah, they come to this phone girl and be like, yo, I know you took all my stuff.
Yeah, because she said
you better give it back.
She stole Singer Girl's ring and Shy Girl's shoes. Again. That's like at least the second pair of shoes that Phone Girl stolen from her. But then the headmistress sees them.
I feel like the headmistress, you know what she said to her? She's like, well, you shouldn't be bringing all that stuff to school anyways.
Yeah, but she didn't bring it to school. Like, it was given to her as a gift while she's at school. Where else is she supposed to put it? She lives out of town.
I'm just like, man, double standard. Phone Girl, she gets called in by the headmistress too. And she's like, I'm giving you a second chance. Just like return all that stuff.
This is the last warning you're gonna get before you get the boot. The girls of room 207, they make final preparations for homecoming.
They make plans on like who they're gonna ask out. Singer Girl purposely avoids inviting the exam boy.
Yeah.
So she invites Soldier Boy instead.
Soldier Boy. But is this the guy that proposed to her?
Yes.
Okay, it is that guy.
It's a guy that was on the streets that proposed to her.
Because we found out she believes in free love, so I don't even know how many guys she has on her Rolodex.
My goodness.
Because that's what they used back then.
The protester girl was like, I'm gonna get y'all a bicycle so that he doesn't have to be on foot and he could be on wheels.
Faster escape. And then Singer Girl mentions he needs clothes. Because everyone's gonna be dressed up nice at the homecoming.
Youngro was like, let me take care of that.
And I'm wondering, how are you gonna take care of that?
So she makes a phone call. And then I was like, I was right! I was right last time! You know, something about her last name makes me, like, very suspicious.
Why?
She has the same last name as the...
I think that's a common last name.
Yeah?
No?
It is, but I feel like in dramas, everything's planned out. Nothing's just a coincidence.
Okay.
But, I don't know.
Maybe.
That's just a speculation.
So basically what she's talking about is we find out that Yuro's dad is actually one of the top government officials. He is the head of the ANSP, the Korean CIA.
I feel like people saw it coming too. I mean, same last name, of course.
Yeah, but I didn't believe you. You did say that, but I was like,
I said
last names are so common.
Nothing happens for just to happen. Everything happens for a reason. Man, this thing just gets more and more interesting.
Yes. So we start to find out how these people are connected because I know in episode 1, I was very confused. Like, what does this have to do with these girls?
Yeah, like, why are they showing up? The wives of the main politicians, they go to this fortune teller. He's like a creepy fortune teller.
He's very creepy.
His eyes are like super scary.
The lady, like, she gasped when she first met him because she's never seen him before. And she's like, oh!
I would too.
But you're not supposed to act like that when someone has a disability. You gotta be
Okay.
PC about it.
I know, but he's not just like a regular fortune teller. Like, he gives off a voodoo, like, evil fortune teller vibe.
Very creepy. And what was that jar of red stuff he was writing with? Like, was that a jar of blood?
We'll just call her the head CIA wife. So she gives him her husband's time of birth, and he's like, you want your husband to be the president.
And the other lady's like, oh, see, I told you he's good. I mean, that's an easy assumption. Come on now.
Yeah. He tells her that something's bad's gonna happen to your husband. Based on his ancestry, the only way to resolve it is if you sacrifice 13 virgins.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Whenever I heard that, I was like, oh, he's totally BSing.
I mean, this is the 80s. It's not really the old days.
I know, it's like, it's
we
the
can't
80s.
be going to sacrifice people.
I'm like, there's no way the wives are gonna think this is legit or
13 people, that's a massacre.
one, how are you gonna
No
find
idea.
these people? And then how are you gonna do that? Number two. But then as I was watching, I was like, where would you be able to find 13 virgins?
I was like, well, there's that girl's dorm conveniently in this story.
The KCIA, the head wife, she gives me bad vibes. After that, I'm now thinking, oh my god, like, is she gonna try to make this happen?
That's what I was wondering. At first, I did feel bad for her in the first 2 episodes because she was getting picked on by the other wife. But now, I'm like, oh, she is a bee.
Youngro, she hurries home.
At first, I didn't know it was her home. She made that phone call to go see someone, and I just thought maybe it was a relative that worked as a maid.
Oh, you're so innocent.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know yet. I didn't catch on to what was going on yet.
New K-drama.
I'm new to K-drama. I don't know all the little details.
So she goes home, and she was wanting to get her brother's suit so that Suho could wear it. But then she finds out that her stepmom's there, and they have a confrontation.
The stepmom says to Youngro, you always take your guilt out on me. So does Youngro have something to do with her mother's death? How did Youngro's mom die? That sets Youngro off, and she grabs a picture frame and slams it on the floor.
The stepmom slaps her.
And Youngro storms out.
She had plans that day, but she purposely stayed home just so that she could shun her.
She wanted that confrontation. This woman lives for the drama.
She was an actress.
Yeah, that is true.
Before.
So then Youngro goes back to her dorm with the suit and tells Suho to try it on.
He looks so perfect.
He did look snazzy.
So refreshing. So glad he's not in that bloody suit anymore.
I was glad for him to be out of that bloody mess. And homecoming day comes. It's time for Suho to make his escape. We get to see Youngro's outfit. And what did you think of that?
It's so pretty. It's like sort of pink, beige-ish.
Like the baby pink color?
Yes, baby pink. Oh, they look so good together. They come out of the room and they're trying to go downstairs, and once they open the door,
there's the headmistress. That's what I'm saying. Like, she could just pop in and catch them.
Maybe that was the round that she was gonna make, but then they got out just in time.
Right, they play it off like, oh, he's my guest at this homecoming, and we were just exploring. You can tell the headmistress kind of suspects something. She sees the backpack. Like, why is he wearing a suit with a backpack? Pretty much at every corner, their plans are thwarted.
Yes. Exam boy, he finds out from one of his roommates that was invited by the shy girl, and he's like, how come singer girl didn't invite me? So he was so upset, and then he walks on the streets and he sees like all of these posters about homecoming, and there's singer girl, her face is like slapped right on the poster.
Why is her face on there? I can't read Korean, so
maybe she's like the face of the university because she's like the most popular one.
I keep thinking maybe she's performing at the homecoming, but we never did see her perform.
No. So he goes there and he lines up because he did have a ticket.
No, he didn't have a ticket.
He didn't?
He follows Shy Girl in, and phone lady checking the tickets was like, hey, where's your ticket? He just points to the paper like, oh, I'm with her. And she was trying to hide her face. She was flustered, so she's like, oh, okay, she just lets him through. Because she didn't want to be found out that she was pretending to be a college student.
Shy Girl's like super nervous and be like, you're not supposed to be here. Like, you recognize Suho, and I cannot let you see him.
So she tries to distract him while Suho and Youngro makes it down the stairs. She tries to distract him by telling him like, hey, maybe Singer Girl is in our room, 207. Go find her there. The Shy Girl leads Exam Guy to 207, and while they were in 207, Exam Guy looks around the room and he sees all this beer-related paraphernalia. And he's like, man, you must drink a lot. And Shy Girl's like, no, that's just my dad's company.
Just casually.
I'm just really rich. But a light bulb goes off in Exam Guy's head and he's like, wait, that's your dad's company? What? And he changes allegiance. He's no longer interested in Singer Girl.
He's like, you know what? That day, I immediately saw you.
He says to Shy Girl, it's our destiny. I'm like, you're laying it on really thick, buddy.
I was meant to find out that you had money and we're meant to fall in love.
So I can have your money.
As they're escaping, they run into Singer Girl and Soldier Boy. And Singer Girl's like, come on, let's go do something else.
He's like, I'm still shooting.
He wants to show off. He shoots and he's like, look at me, I'm so good at this. And he pulls Suho in. I guess he wants like a comparison.
Yeah.
To prove that he's really good at it. Mm-hmm. Suho's like, no, I'm not interested in that. And he's like, no, let me show you how to do it. And he teaches them how to hold a gun and shoot at the target. And then all of a sudden, the girls who were in charge of the game, they were like, you know, we're going to level up this game. So instead of the targets being still, it becomes rotating and it's moving.
They become super tiny.
Yes. And I think Suho, he was still gonna try to like refrain himself.
Yeah, he was like, no fam, I'm not into this.
Yes.
I don't want to play your game.
And he was gonna like, I guess, pretend that he wasn't good at it. And then at the end, he just gives up.
Well, he gets annoyed with that guy talking all the smack. So he's like, let me just shut you up and show you how it's done.
And he obviously did it better than the other guy.
He kills it. That was so sexy.
I know, and everyone was shocked. Youngro, did you see her face? She was like,
I mean, I was shocked.
I'm just like, of course he has to be good at it.
Youngro was like, who are you?
Aren't you just supposed to be like a protester who doesn't know any better?
She gets all these little nuggets that maybe he's not who she thinks he is. Mm-hmm. Because first he's like super, super strong. Now he's crazy target hitting man.
Mm-hmm. The Soldier Boy was shocked too. He was like, see, I taught him well. They get out of that room and they try to escape more, and then all of a sudden you have this line of people. They start pulling people in to go to the dance room.
Yumro gets on the dance floor and the confetti cannon goes off. And we come to my favorite scene of the episode where Yumro and Suho dance. Or so I thought.
It took me a second. She gets pushed to the center and everyone's like, come on. Make your moves. And then she gets nervous and she looks at Suho, and then she sees Suho come into her.
They have a dance montage to One-Way Tickets of all songs. So I was like, how does the DJ know that's their song?
I was like, oh, that's such a nice song. Like, how fitting.
What a coincidence.
And then they start to switch scenes to different locations.
They start dancing in all the places they've been together.
It took me a while to realize she was imagining.
Yeah, it took me till the end of the dance. Like, oh wait, she's not really dancing with him, but it was so cute. I wish they were dancing.
The phone girl sees them as they were leaving the dance room.
She's like, he looks familiar. Isn't that the guy that I went on a date with?
She gets so pissed.
Yeah, she's so
She
mad.
Snatches her cup and be like, how dare he?
And how dare Yumro stab me in the back like that? She's supposed to be my friend.
I know. Eventually, she's gonna connect the dots, find out who he is.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Because she's so nosy. While they were walking around in the hallways, the photographer girl snaps a picture of them.
They were both in shock, sort of.
Yeah. It's not a cute moment.
But it's first picture they have together.
Finally, Suho makes it out of the dorm.
It was a long ride.
Protester girl had been waiting outside for them with her bike.
Mm-hmm. At first, Suho was gonna leave, but she kind of sees that there's agents in their car.
Mm-hmm. So Protester girl tells Yumro no, you need to get on the bike with him. Y'all need to leave together.
Yep, it's safer that way.
It's less suspicious.
And she takes the backpack from her.
Okay, why does he
backpack.
still need his bloody clothes? Burn them, get rid of them.
I don't understand why the girls kept it. Why couldn't he have kept it?
Because it looks kind of awkward riding on your bike in a suit with a backpack leaving the girls' dorm. They should have just thrown it in a dumpster. Why is it so important for him to have his clothes back that are all bloody with bullet holes? Why? Why? This is gonna bite them in the butt.
Exactly.
You don't keep the evidence, you get rid of the evidence.
It's like another ticking bomb.
It's like he didn't exist. Get rid of it.
With that aside, you see Yoonro coming onto his bike, and she like has to put her hands around his
wraps
waist.
around him. And Suho is like startled, like, oh, okay, I like the feel of this.
That was so pretty. Like,
When they were riding.
yes, whenever they were riding, her feet was like dangling. Could see that shot, and it was just like, oh, she's just so happy. Just trying to enjoy the last moments of them being together.
So they ride to the front gate and they say goodbye.
I know, that was so sad. And she was like trying to cling on to him. She's like, you know our dorm number, right? She realizes that they might not see each other again, and she's like trying to leave clues like how we can staying in touch in the future.
Hey, Bunny, come here. She comes running back.
And he just keeps silent. He knows inside what she's trying to hint to. But,
Oh, yeah. He knows.
But he's just like, I can't give you anything in return.
He doesn't want to make any promises that he can't keep, which I understand. Last time she made a date with him, he never showed up, so he didn't want to disappoint her again. They say goodbye, and Yuro's saying, this is kind of weird, and you know what? It was weird.
It is.
Exam guy is with Shy Girl in the cafe, and he looks out the window and sees Suho at the front gate.
The exam boy earlier, whenever he was at his boarding house, he saw the KCI agents coming and searching through Suho's room, and he was like asking him like, yo, why are you guys here? What are y'all here for?
They bring him in for interrogation because he mentions that he's friends with Suho.
Now he knows that Suho is actually a communist spy. And the KCIA people were like, if you see him, you better give us a call. So he spots him.
And he makes headway to the phone.
So Suho, he leaves, and Yoonro's like, that's it? But then he rides, and then he stops, and he comes back.
And I was like, no, don't come back. The
'Cause-
agents are coming.
Yes! I was like, oh, like, what are you doing? You're running out of time. Just leave.
Yeah, I was like, go,
Like-
don't come back.
I didn't know what he was coming back for.
Well, he wanted to say a proper goodbye. He realizes like he left things kind
He was
of
being a jerk.
really weird. What did you think of episode 3?
I honestly thought episode 3 was pretty fast-paced.
I thought it was really cute. I like seeing all the stuff going on in the dorm with the girls.
And I like seeing him riding his bike at the end.
What is with the bike?
He rides the bike so well. I'm telling you, like,
What? He
It's-
rides the bike like a normal person.
he does, but with
What?
his face and just him coming towards you. In his other dramas, he rides bikes too. Like,
Okay.
there's this other show called Something in the Rain. He rides his bike and he, like, circles the girl. And I'm just like, yes, let that be me. It's just so cute. Like, it reminds me of what I envision in college, where, like, the guy's, like, riding his bike, coming to see the girl.
Okay. I
He's
can
just,
see
like,
that.
a very, like, sunshine boy type of person.
Okay, but not this boy. Anyway, thanks for staying with us for our reaction.
Yes, if you stay till this part, leave us a bicycle emoji.
Oh, okay, okay. Fitting, I guess.
And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
If it's your first time here, welcome, and we would love it if you consider subscribing and joining the PLEB family.
And make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode on reaction to Snowdrop.
Follow us on Instagram for more exclusive PLEB content.
See you next time on
Lifestyle
Lifestyle of the Plebe and Nameless.
A lifestyle deserving acknowledgement.
Bye.